Welcome back. It's time for your business news now. Mike Eppel standing by with a look at the winning streak. It's over, Mike. Good morning.
Good morning. Happy St. Patrick's Day.
There you go. You don't even need to wear green because you've got the... Oh, hello. Very nice.
Look at that, eh?
I was going to say the massive Mike already did the job. But you're fine.
Covers all bases, doesn't it?
You're just fine. All right, what are we checking out today?
Well, not so much green, unfortunately, on the screen yesterday, Melanie, as the 7-day winning streak for the TSX came to an end. The 8-day uptrend for the Dow Jones Industrials also came to sort of an abrupt finish, but it was fun while it lasted. Nevertheless, a little bit of profit taking. Today, going to be interesting because the U.S. Central Bank is going to set interest rate policy. And most recently, the big worry on the markets in the United States and globally, because the U.S. Central Bank sort of sets the tone, is do they start talking about pulling the interest rate forecasts forward? Right now, the U.S. Central Bank is talking about not changing interest rates until 2023. Think about that. That's 2 years from now that they're going to give the economy that much of a runway to rebound from the pandemic lows. Might happen a lot sooner than that, and that's the worry, I suppose, from investors. So we'll listen for that later today, and whether or not they change anything that could upset the market performance.
Absolutely. Right, let's talk about the auto industry and sort of the forecast that we are seeing, a lot moving to the electric vehicles and how that's impacting all of it as well.
It's really all about electric. We're hearing from BMW this morning, and they're actually very optimistic about this current year for sales, but it's about their guidance, where they're talking about doubling electric vehicle production in a matter of a couple of years, and by 2030, half of their vehicles will be EVs. Volkswagen is talking about 5 new production facilities in Europe, all about battery production, the framework for electric vehicles. Volkswagen yesterday was up 10% on that guidance, and it's saying that in very short order, it's going to overtake Tesla. We always talk about Tesla as being the leader in electric cars. VW is one of the world's largest automakers. They've got the production heft to do that, as does BMW, as does Ford, as does General Motors. All these companies are talking about electric cars by 2025, really hitting mass adoption by 2030. So it's going to take, some changes to the infrastructure, charging bays from point to point along the way. Battery production is going to be maybe a stumbling block here because you need the raw materials to do it, and there's going to be massive demand for those battery power plants. So it's something to watch, but nevertheless, it's the way of the future. It
is the way of the future, and like you said, the way of the changing infrastructure and what we need to see for this to be sustainable, right?
And yet, the International Energy Agency, which guides on oil production, they're saying that in a matter of the next couple of years, we're going to be back up to where we were before the pandemic for global oil demand. So juxtapose that. I'm not entirely sure how those two things, unless they're just figuring that everything is going to be a boom time in the next couple of years, and there's going to be driving and flying and all sorts of other things that's going to need all sorts of power sources.
Yeah, looking ahead to this morning, you're going to be watching some StatsCan numbers.
Yeah, the inflation data for February, and what have we been talking about that's been going up the most recently? The price for gas, $1.26 a liter or thereabouts at last check. And over the past several months, we've seen the price for oil jump substantially. The price for gasoline has followed suit. In February, we had the Texas refinery issues because of the winter storm down there, and that had a spike at the pump, so don't be surprised if the inflation rate moves higher for the past month. Again, though, the Bank of Canada has said they're going to give our economy a long way to go here for inflation to build before they're even thinking about raising interest rates. But going to be interesting to watch because, of course, we're always going to the grocery store and going, why is everything so darn expensive?
Every time. Every single time. All right, Mike, thank you. As always, happy St. Patrick's Day to you.
Same to you. Take it easy.
Thank you. It is 6:16 right now. Coming up after the break, Peel Region pleading with the province to make this area a priority when it comes to vaccines. Why getting more people vaccinated in Peel could mean more protection for the rest of the GTA. That's coming up next.